Hey guys, it's Britt and welcome back to my channel. Before we get into today's second Thanksgiving recipe of the month, it's Veterans Day here and I just really wanted to thank everyone who is serving and who has served for our country. I have an active military family. I have my brother is serving and his wife, my sister-in-law. So just before we get started, I just want to say a big thank you. But we're going to get into a really easy recipe today. It's a cranberry sauce, and cranberries are like one of those sides that was my favorite and is my favorite. So you know that I am really serious about making you guys a clean recipe that still tastes delicious. Growing up, we had two different cranberry sauces at the table. We had a homemade version my grandma made, and then we had that, the canned cranberries. Yep. And I would have both on my plate because I was a really big cranberry fan. And so I wanted to make something that is simple but still tastes delicious. It's refined sugar free. It's good for you. You can make it tons of different variations. I'm going to share with you how sometimes I switch it out. But I'm just giving you a really basic recipe today. And it's really fast and simple that anyone can make it if you're an experienced cook or not. So we're going to jump into the recipe and the ingredients. I have 12 ounces of cranberries here, and yep, just rinse and they're ready to go. I have 3/4 cups of a date paste. Now the date paste you can have anywhere from 3/4 cups up to a cup, depending on your sweetness level that you like. So if you try this recipe out and 3/4 cups it's still too tangy for you, you can bump that up to being 1 cup. So I leave that kind of up to your taste palette. 1 cup of water. I have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 1/2 of a tablespoon of allspice. Super simple, and that's it for the ingredients. Now, ways that I change this up is sometimes I'll add 1 to 2 apples that I've chopped along with the cranberries. I also sometimes do pears. Sometimes we do some orange zest. That's really, really nice in this. Just kind of play up that kind of stuff. You also can do, you can think about what you want in it. Sometimes you could put some raisins or something like that as well. So there's so many different ways to make this great for your family. This is just a really nice base recipe. And then if you want to make it fancier, you can always tweak it, but this is kind of what I always do. So we're going to move over to my stovetop. I'm going to hook up my fancy camera and walk you guys through how to do it. But you can take those 12 ounces of cranberries and put them in a large pot. You also can go ahead and add your water. And then I'll meet you guys over on my stovetop and we'll put it all together. But it is so simple and easy and quick. And again, experienced or non-experienced cooks can make this. And you can feel really good about feeding your family this whole food, plant-based, refined sugar-free cranberry recipe that gives you lots of antioxidants that you're going to be set for the holidays. So let's jump over and I'll show you how to put it all together. Once you have it on the stovetop, go ahead and put on high heat. I just like to mix my cranberries around in the water with a wooden spoon to get everything nice and coated. Make sure everything is in there. We want to add all the rest of the ingredients. So the apple cider vinegar, we can add in the spice and our date paste. And this is just nice because we're pretty much just dumping everything in and going. If you're going to add any other fruit or zest or anything extra, you can add it in, of course, this time as well. The goal now is to let it come to a boil. So you want to stay close by. We're going to scrape the bottom of our pan often just to make sure nothing sticks and of course doesn't burn. Go ahead and put your date paste in there like I'm doing right now. And so again, you can add 3/4 cups of date paste or more. You can taste it and add it at the end if you need extra. So we just want all of our cranberries to pop. And so we're going to put it on high heat, let it boil, mixing everything up really well. Every couple minutes I come back in and kind of like to mix everything just to make sure, again, nothing's sticking. Once we reach it to a boil, you'll see that, like I said, some of the cranberries will start to pop. And you can turn down the heat to medium heat
from now on. And I just like to, again, mix it every couple minutes, make sure nothing sticks, and it'll thicken up. And so we're going to cook this for around 10 minutes total, just to make sure everything's nice and thick. You should see that most of the cranberries have kind of popped and are not hold together. You might have a couple in there at the end, but overall we just really want this to become well incorporated. It might take a little bit long till it starts to thicken, so just keep going on it. Don't be afraid. It will thicken at the end. So I'm going to put my camera on fast speed, and we're going to get to the end. But it's really, really simple. Again, we're just cooking everything together, letting everything thicken, and it's done. And after everything's done, you can put your container into the refrigerator. It will thicken as well. Also, you can tweak anything at the end. If you find that it's too sour and it's not sweet enough, you can add some more date paste, which helps as well. And so this recipe is really nice that you can kind of taste as you go and tweak it.
And there you have it, a really simple and easy cranberry sauce. And sometimes we make this a cran raspberry sauce where I de-thaw some raspberries. Sometimes we do orange, sometimes I do apples or pears. So many different variations that you can do and switch it up. I also really like that you can tweak the sweetness of this and the tanginess. So if this is too sour for you, just up the date paste a little bit. Again, it can be anywhere from 3/4 cups and up. Just, play around with what you like, add less, and then you can build your way up. And you can taste as you go. This does firm up if you let it chill. And another thing that is a family tradition of mine, I don't know if anyone else's families do this, but my grandmother makes, like I said, a homemade cranberry version. She also makes a cream cheese to go on top of it, and the combination was like my favorite growing up. So I've kind of also whole food plant-based the cream cheese that would go with this. If enough of you guys leave me a comment below and want that cream cheese recipe as well to go on top of this, let me know and I'll do like a quick extra video this week. But again, leave me a comment if that's something you're interested in, that you'd like. This is delicious as is. You don't have to do anything to it, but just another whole food plant-based Thanksgiving recipe that you can have in your pocket so that when you go to families, you're not stressed out. You can bring stuff that you like, you can have it with your family, and again, it's healthy for you. So I hope you guys are subscribed. You like this video. Again, leave me a comment if you try this, if you want that cream cheese, whole food plant-based topping. Another thing is that we have a virtual cooking class coming up in December. It's going to be Christmas cookies. There are 4 recipes we're going to make together that are Christmas cookies and 1 extra bonus recipe that we're not going to be making, but I'm going to give you and walk you through it. If you're interested in a live cooking class, I'll have the information down in the description box below, and I'll post the little flyer right now. Love to have you. It's limited seating, so make sure, if you really want to do it, sign up early. And I will see you guys very soon for another Thanksgiving recipe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. So good.